Let's take a trip down memory lane when D'Angelo Russell had a few good games. While Randle was out, he had 2 back-to-back doubles, and the haters were quiet. They didn't want no trouble. After All-Star break and Lou is out, he goes off 7 straight solid games, including one in Phoenix before the All-Star week broke out. This alone caused the haters to doubt. It was quiet for a while. 2 bad games, and the haters are back with a vengeance and a smile. It's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement. I'm going out in the snow and I'm going to dip my head in there and hopefully come up with some type of logic or explanation for this. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't want to keep hearing saying that we're tanking. I don't want to hear that no more, guys. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, we tanking, but at least freaking lose in dignity and with stride. I mean, god dang it, dude. We're getting blown out every game. And these games, and we know, it is so sad that when we go into these different arenas, that the commentators them sit there and just make jokes about us, man. We'll laugh and stock. Yeah, the Rockets are just scrimmage. And then you hear Clyde Drexler say, yeah, every time somebody get going, Lou Walton takes them out. And this is the thing. That's why I was just telling Don Tizzle earlier. The Lakers know, the players know that we're tanking. Social media does speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if you in your right mind as a player on that team, on that roster, don't think that we're tanking, you out of your goddamn mind. That's why a lot of these guys not even playing hard. And you can see it. There's no, only one that's playing hard is Larry Nance. And you heard Clyde Drexler said it. He said, man, Larry Nance is the only one that's playing hard. I'm talking about defense. I ain't talking about offense, because I know y'all going to say, well, Julius Randle had a good game. Yeah, man, he had a good game. But the thing about Julius is this. At the end of the day, all of them can score, and I've been saying this over and over again. All the guys can score. The biggest problem was defense, and they're always going to be defense. Julius Randle scored 32 points. He held us down. We was down by 8. But the biggest problem was that they were getting beat back on fast breaks. A couple of assignments Julius Randle missed because he was too tired to get back on defense. One play where Lou Williams blew right past him. He was just holding on to his shorts. Too tired, man, because out of air. And this is the thing that, Ibaka had spoke about, where that was Ibaka, Lou Walton spoke about guys being tired. And he's like, they're too young to be getting this tired. Now, I don't know if he was directing that towards Julius Randle, but he kept Julius Randle out almost the whole entire game. And I guess he wanted to see, where was Julius Randle at mentally. And Randle, he came, like I said, Randle almost had a triple-double. And y'all probably think, well, where he had triple-double at, Urban? He had 32 points, 8 boards, or something like that. He had 8 boards. Well, the other triple-double was this. Let's look at his stats. He had 8 rebounds, 32 points, and he had 4 elbows. Yeah, 4 elbows. Yeah, I'm going to critique that, man, because god dang, dude, he leads with his elbow. And this is why I say that Julius Randle really need to work on his low post moves, man, because if you use your elbow to clear out people, eventually the refs going to start looking at that. They're going to start calling that, and it's going to take away your offensive game style. He got, like I said, he might score 32 points, but he's really, throwing elbows to clear space, and that's not cool. You sent 2 guys with bloody mouth, one with bloody mouth, and I think one they both had bloody mouth or something like that, and sent them out. Then he gave another guy elbow, then another guy elbow. And that to me is like, I don't mind you playing bully ball, but come on, let's keep it legal, man. Not to use illegal setups in order for you to get, a better position or an opportunity to score. D'Angelo Russell, he's out of sync. He ain't the D'Angelo Russell since he's been benched. And this has really affected him mentally. I don't know what's up with him, but I know this is affecting him. That's what I can say at the end of the day. It's affecting him. Because Patrick Beverley got under his belt, man. And one play, if y'all guys are watching, when he was coming in, and he had his elbow up, like when his arm up, he was like calling a play or whatever. And he walked by Patrick Beverley, almost hit him with his inside forearm. And Patrick Beverley pushed his arm. And I don't know if anybody see that, but Patrick Beverley pushed his arm. And then after that, they just went at each other. But Patrick Beverley got the best of him because he had 2 offensive fouls. And he just, was stealing from him. He never got in a rhythm. D'Angelo Russell never got in a rhythm. He picked up 3 or 4 quick, easy fouls. He had A whole bunch of turnovers right at the beginning, like when he got in the game. He just out of sync, man. I think he's like, you know what the hell, what I'm playing for? You know, we playing to lose. You know, I ain't no guarantee I'm even gonna be on this team. Ain't no guarantees that, you know, I'm gonna be on this. Well, I ain't gonna be on this team. There's no guarantee. Well, that would be running point. You know, they might get this guy ball. I'm going to the, you know, the 2 spot. That's if they decide to put me at the 2, or I could be coming off the bench and Jordan Clarkson be playing the 2. Who knows? You know, so I don't know, man. And I'm gonna tell you guys like this over and over again. You know, we looked at terrible. Simple as that. You know, and I listen. If you guys really think in your mind that Ball is the answer to saving us, you got to be kidding. We got to think about it. We said the same thing about Brandon Ingram this year. We said the same thing about D'Angelo Russell the year before. And we're still in the same predicament we're in. Ball is not going to turn this team around. We need defense. We need a mentor. We need motivation. We need somebody who got that fire to put underneath these guys to inspire them to want to play. We're not getting it from the coaching staff, and we're not getting it to some of these players out there on the field, on the court. It's not happening. Ball is not going to make no big change around for this team. Y'all can dislike this video all you want. I'm just being honest. One man is not going to make a change for this team. It starts for a team effort, and we need them guys to start playing defense. We need Lou Walton to start actually developing these players. You know, my thing at the end of the day is this. Dude, you really killing that mentality. Like James Worthy said a couple months ago, the Lakers got a losing mentality. They don't mind losing. And if you put that in their subconscious to think that it's okay to lose, that's all they're going to strive for doing. Because at the end of the day, they're getting paid regardless if we lose or win or not. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want them to have that losing mentality. So you got to let these young guys play. You got to let them play, let them develop. And like I told Don Tizzle, you know, remember he said earlier, Don Tizzle said earlier that, you know, imagine might have talked to Lou Walton about, you know, giving the guys more minutes, you know, especially Zubac. All right, well, if you look at the game, Zubac only played 9 minutes. 9 minutes. You know, D'Angelo Russell coming off the bench. Larry Nance only played 8 minutes. And this at the time when we were out of the game, but then we made a little run and all that. Corey Brewer had more minutes than freaking Larry Nance, dude. More minutes than Larry Nance. You know, like, and look, I mean, it's frustrating, dude. It's really frustrating. Seriously. It's so frustrating because I don't care what nobody said, we're not developing these players. And it's going to be the same thing next year. We're not developing these players. Lou Walton really should take this whole the rest of the season to develop the players so that way we can know what we got going into the next season. We're doing the exact same thing we did last year with Byron Scott. They're not even running plays. If you look at it, they're just playing scrimmage basketball. They're not running no type of sign plays. Everybody just doing ISO play. I said everybody. Why I say that? Because if you look at the assists, look at the assist total. We only had, 16 assists the whole game. Yeah, I know we had a lot of turnovers. Russell had freaking, 7 alone. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's because he out of sync. He's not playing the Russell he was when he actually had that little streak of him knocking, you know, actually playing for something. It's like we don't even care no more. I mean, I don't freaking know, man. Ingram had a good game. You know, that's about it. He had a good game, but, you know, he couldn't stop nobody on defense either. Randle, you already know he had a good game, but he was tired. Jordan Clarkson had a good game. You know, but the biggest thing is ISO play. Nick Young ain't do nothing. Like I said, Robinson only came in for 1 minute. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Like I said, I know we tanking, but god dang, dude, at least let these guys fight. You know what I'm saying? Let them freaking play. I mean, this is a good time for Lou Walton and his coaching staff to really take the opportunity to develop these players, run his playbook the way he want to run it. Let these young guys get some more minutes. You know, let them get in there. You know, it's no reason for us as fans to sit through this blowout after blowout and just say, well, let's wait to the end of the season because we're getting our draft pick. That's the most craziest way to think. You know, I hate to say that, but I'm just being honest. We still should fight with some type of dignity. You know, we still should be playing like this game's means something. They're still getting paid, regardless if we're losing or not, regardless if we're tanking. There's no point of us getting blown out by 30, 40, 50, 20, 50 points. This is ridiculous. We got more blowouts this season than we had last season. And it's terrible, man. It's freaking terrible. You know what I mean? Like Lou Walton just sitting there like, okay, well, we're going to tank, but this is what we're going to do. We're just going to throw everybody out there. And this is sad, man. It's freaking sad. Like, I'm sitting there watching Corey Brewer come in before Larry Nance. And don't get me wrong, I like Brewer, but I like Larry Nance better. You know what I mean? And they put Julius Randle at center every time, and he's just getting dominated over at the center spot. Can't get back on defense, good on offense, but let's go everybody. But see, the problem is everybody constantly want to just point out D'Angelo Russell. They don't want to put out Jordan Clarkson, how he's getting beat on defense. Julius Randle getting beat on defense. Zublock coming over trying to help out, getting beat on defense because he's trying to help out because the perimeter defense is so bad that he got to come over on a weak side help to prevent the guard from getting to the paint when there's a wide open center wide open for him to get an easy layup or dunk, and it's hurting your centers because they can't really play defense man to man. Why? Because our freaking perimeter defense is terrible. You know what I mean? The weak side help is terrible, and we sit here talking about, well, we're developing players. They're not developing players, man. I watched this game from beginning to end, and it looked terrible. It didn't look like they looked at the beginning of the season when they was actually running the offense. This is just like scrimmage basketball. And keep this in mind, Lou Walton did stated that he would not utilize the triangle offense because they're not ready for it yet. So my thing is that, when I say triangle offense, I mean the offense that Steve Kerr kind of uses. It's like a triangle motion offense. You know what I'm saying? He said he wasn't going to do it because the young guys are not ready for it. But basically meaning that they can't read the playbook. That's basically what he's trying to say. So in retrospect of that, they basically ran scrimmage basketball today. They just, like I said, man, and I don't mind them losing, but I don't want to keep getting blown out, dude. Like, stay in the game. You know what I mean? Like, freaking let the freaking young players play the whole 3 quarters. And in the 4th quarter, bring in the bench if you want to do it that way. But let these guys play for a means to, to say, okay, well, we're looking pretty decent going into the next season. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we're just getting blown out at the blowout, and it's going to affect us next season. I don't give what nobody say. It's going to affect us next season where these guys are basically just playing for peanuts. And that's what's taking place right now. Y'all can dislike this video. I don't really care. But sitting through all these losses like this, and I'm not talking about as in like we're losing. Like I said before, and make sure y'all understand what I'm saying. I don't mind us losing for a reason, which is the goal is tanking. I know that. But I don't like the idea of us just going to games and just extremely getting blown out. Like, at least give us a fight. The only fight we had was, I think it was in the 3rd quarter where, we got it down to 8. That was the only fight we had. Then after that, it went right back up, and they always beat us by 40 points. And it's ridiculous, man. And it's not like we're a bad team. And people say, well, we're tanking. But it's frustrating, man. And I know it's frustrating with the players. That's why Mika said what he said. Players, ain't giving the effort. Because me as a player, why would I give out the effort if I know that we're going to lose? Knowing that if I'm hot, then I'm going to sit on the bench. Knowing that I might go from 35 minutes to freaking 6 minutes. Because my front office say, okay, well, we got to tank. So that means that we all got to suffer now. So that means that there's no development of players. We're just focused on getting that draft pick. And then developing next year, which is stupid. So that means we got to sit a whole nother year of watching these players develop again. Because they're not developing this year. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're not developing. It might look good, some games, because the inconsistency is real big with this team. There's a lot of inconsistency, and a lot of it had to do with the coaching staff. Killing the mental of the players. Like I said in the day, be honest with the guys. I mean, and like I said, they know we tanking. The players know, and I don't want to keep dragging this video out, but it's frustrating to sit through this and watch, the Lakers get spanked like that. Like I said, man, and also Don Tizzle, remember you said that, he brought Nawab in for defensive purposes in that first starting unit of last game? Told you that wasn't it, bro. Because he started Nick Young this game. I'm not saying Nick Young is a bad defense player, but he knew that they didn't have enough spacing. Like, that starting 5 did not have no spacing that he had previously with Dewaba and Ingram and Clarkson. They're not good shooters. So they brought Nick Young in. Why don't you just go and start D'Angelo Russell at the 2 and let Ingram and Clarkson be the point and let Julius Randle bring the ball down, or Brandon Ingram bring the ball down. Let Brandon Ingram be the facilitator. If you don't want, if you say that they can't play together, let Julius Randle or Ingram bring the ball down and let these guys find these guys for open shots or cutting through the basket, because the Lakers don't do no freaking cutting at all. I mean, god dang it, I barely even see any cuts. All I see is once in a while pick and roll, but they don't do no cutting to the baskets. If they do, people don't even see them. They just ain't got no, I don't freaking know, man. It's just frustrating to watch us get blown out. Now, if we'd have lost by under 10 points, I wouldn't have no problem with it, but the blowouts are ridiculous. You guys, if y'all accept that, that's okay. I'm not accepting it. And like I said, we're the talk of the town, and everybody laughing at us because we're a joke. And that's how I look at it, man. And then all he was doing is sitting on the sideline. Analysts Clyde Drexler and Matt Bullard, I think. They were just sitting there just joking us and laughing at us. They were talking about Enos. Yeah, every time he took a shot, there was another brick. That's a harder brick. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I mean, even though his shots fell, but they were hard bricks. You know what I'm saying? They were bricks off the backboard. And he was like, I don't know. Listen, it's frustrating. But anyway, it's your man, Urban Lover. I don't know what there's really to talk about, man. Because at the end of the day, we can sit here and talk about the players, but what is the point of even talking about them when we know that they're losing to get in the draft? So we can't really critique the players. You know what I'm saying? How can we critique them when there's no development going on? I'm serious. There's no development. There's inconsistency with the coaching staff and the players. So we can't critique the players. You know what I mean? Now, if we were playing to win, yeah, we could critique them all day. But we can't. So anyway, it's your man, Urban Lover. Like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Ah, boy, what a day.